I love how half of you are looking at me like, that is the whitest man in the world. No, I feel it's like the first thing people notice about me. I could be skipping down Broadway right now, juggling dildos, and people would say, oh, look at how pale he is. Wow, he's white. Actually, my goal in life is to marry a very first skin redhead and have invisible children. Wouldn't that be cute? And now I'm going bald, too, which I like to think it's just God's way of saying, now let's see you get laid. It's probably pretty obvious I'm not originally from New York City. I'm from Jamaica. I'm in a reggae band called You Be Really White. Good to see some people here with glasses. I just got some new glasses, you know. People always trust people with glasses. You ever notice that? It's always like, well, that's that guy. He's got glasses. But if you're wearing your glasses like this, get away from him. He's insane. Would you ever take directions from someone that looks like this? You got to get to Santa Monica. Well, why don't we take my spaceship? I'll be going there in a year. In exchange, can you hang up the phone in my head? That's right there. Can't look that tough with glasses, though. Yeah. You gotta look tough, especially in New York and L.A. You never see somebody push up their glasses and go, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, yeah, I am, but first I need to read this legal document. People always want to try my glasses on, too. They're like, let me try on your glasses. It's kind of rude. I don't go to people with hair pieces. Yeah, let me try on your wig. Yeah, I feel like it. Let me sit in your wheelchair. Oh, my God. You are so crippled. You're handicapable. Let me check out your respirator. Stop shaking. Well, now's no time for a nap. Someone died in that joke. That was a sad one. The only advantage of wearing glasses is you can do that dramatic removal. You ever see that? My God. I can't see a thing. I'm absolutely blind without these. It's probably why I wear them. Whenever people think in movies, they're always chewing on the end of their glasses. They're always like, if we give the alien a cold. You know what they're really thinking? This tastes like wax.
Do I look really pale on the internet? I don't know if I do. I am very pale. It's the first thing people notice about me, too. I could be skipping down, like, Fifth Avenue right now, juggling dildos. People would say, look at how pale he is. That reminds me, we need milk. Write it down. Write it down. The reason I look like this is because my father was from Sweden and my mother was Elton John. And he was a good mommy. He was always at the piano. Always there. People always know somebody that looks like me. They always know someone that looks like me. But it's never someone they're friends with. It's always like, hey, you look like a guy in our town who shot his dad. I never know what to say, you know? Well, tell him hi. I share his pain. Actually, the reason I look like this is because my father was from Sweden and my mother was Elton John. It is good to be here. You guys excited for summer? Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I am too pale. All summer long, people are like, hey, do you tan? Do I look like I tan? It's like approaching a homeless person. Hey, do you vacation in Europe? Are you a gold card member? Don't get me wrong, there's no boost to the ego quite like the one you get from putting sunscreen on the top of your head. Oh yeah, ladies. Here I come. What's that smell? That's SPF 45 on my cabeza. That's disgusting. People always know someone that looks like me, too. They're always like, I know someone that looks like you. I never know what to say, you know? Well, tell them hi. Share their pain. Tell them to get Rogaine.
Oh, he's a pale fella. I didn't know he was going to be so pale. Oh, that shirt looks like a tablecloth. Is that a shirt or a blouse? I think he's wearing his mother's blouse. pants look dirty. I wonder if he's wearing a thong. I didn't wonder that, now I do.
I guess I should open up. I'll tell a little bit about myself. I am Korean. I come from the country of Korea. And I've been here for, how do you say, one day? Actually, I wish I was Korean, because then my interest in Asian women would be considered so creepy.
Oh, he looks like one of those guys. He looks like a Mormon. What's wrong with looking like a Mormon?
Not Korean. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but both my parents were white.
I think one of them was a polar bear. That's why he went out with a panda. I didn't know he was going to be doing bear jokes.
I have gained some weight, but most of this is a stomach implant. Occasionally I'll regret it, like when I'm talking to a woman and I will catch her staring at my belly. I'll be like, hello, I'm up here. Not some piece of flab for you to oogle at. I don't care if I'm in a tube top and I'm rubbing cocoa butter while I'm riding a unicycle going la 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 la.
That was the worst impression of a unicycle I've ever seen. How large is his head? Is he storing another head inside of there? He could be a mascot. He could be a mascot for the Mormons. I'm already sick of this voice. Is he gonna start cracking it?
I don't even like pictures that I'm in, you know? You ever see a photo of yourself and it kind of ruins your day? For a second, you don't even recognize yourself. You're like, who's that fat guy? Oh, no!
Oh, I should call my wife and tell her I love her. I can't believe I'm allowed to wear that color.
I don't know if you can tell by my beard, but I'm fat.
I don't know what happened. All I did was eat constantly, and then boom, I'm fat. Seems unfair. I can't stop eating. I can't. I haven't been hungry in like 12 years. I'm like, oh, I'm so full. I guess I'll have some cheese. I don't even like this cheese. Guess I'll finish it. Maybe this will make me hungry. You ever tell yourself that? Maybe this will make me hungry. It's either that or feel my feelings. You know, you're only eating your feelings. Yeah, but they're delicious. I can't stop eating.
You ever look at medication that says don't take on an empty stomach? Never a concern of mine.
It doesn't apply to me.
You're not supposed to go swimming till, technically, I should never go swimming. Like if you saw me in a pool, it'd be like, arrest that man! And tell him not to wear a Speedo.
I don't need that image. I used to be thin when I was 6.
I put on some weight, but luckily this is intentional. I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm preparing for kind of a big role. It's a cinnamon roll. I don't want to look like I can't finish it. You know what I mean? Once after a show, a woman came up to me and she was like, "You're not that fat." Like it was a compliment.
I was like, well, thank you. You're not that polite.
It would have been weird if you didn't clap, I guess. If I walked out and you're like,
Well, let's see. Let's see how fat this bastard got. And the answer is fatter. I gave up a long time ago. Now it's like it's happening to someone else. Oh, someone should do something. I feel like I'm witnessing a forest fire. I hope they can contain it. Change a channel. This is real. This isn't a prosthetic. I did it myself. It's organic. I am a fat guy. There's indications. I've caught myself unconsciously covering my stomach with my arm. That's a total fat guy move. Now I'm thin. Can't see my belly. Fat, thin. Maybe I hope people will look at me and think, is he holding a baby? Oh, he's thin and nurturing. What a fella. Oh, I have a new belt, because my old belt looked like it was tortured on Game of Thrones. I don't know what happened to it. I think it's because I don't like to give up on the belt hole. I'm like, we're still good. And my poor belt was like, I could have been a watch band for David Beckham. But a belt for a fat guy serves a different purpose. A thin person wears a belt to hold up their pants. These pants aren't going anywhere. A fat guy just wears a belt as a distraction. Distracting from the fact that this is all the same surface. It's just a mini equator separating the northern hemisphere from the southern blob. And the wider the belt, the greater the illusion. That's just science. That's why Santa's belt is like a conveyor belt. It's not even holding up his pants, it's keeping his jacket closed. And we're leaving cookies out for that slob? Of course, Santa wears suspenders under his coat. Suspenders, the last stop for the fat guy. Because eventually the gut gets so big, the pants need to be suspended. Like a bridge. The belt no longer fits across the equator, it must be buckled underneath. Instead of holding up the pants, it drags them down. Because every action has an equal opposite reaction. Forcing one to choose between suspenders or a lifetime of plumber jokes. I was in Israel. Israel went down to breakfast. The entire breakfast buffet in Israel was fish, different types of disgusting fish. I know it's always comforting when a pale blonde guy is criticizing Israel. This is gonna go well. Grab your iPhone. It's this look. It's not easy looking like Hitler's wet dream, all right? This is not a good look. This is not the look you want for the tour of the Holocaust Museum. I've been to the Holocaust Museum in DC. I think everyone should go. I just suggest you don't look like me. I was walking around, people were like, he did it! That's the guy from the photo! He's not an Argentine, he's right here! Get him! Actually, I'm too pale for Hitler, right? Hitler been like, I said Aryan, not snowman. I mean, meet me halfway, people. By the way, that's how Hitler sounded. I'm Hitler, baby, the Hitler man can. I'm a very pale white guy. You know, I've yet to be the victim of any type of discrimination. I have been the victim of someone assuming I'd enjoy a racist joke. Have you ever had that? You're like, well, why would you think I'd want to hear that? Hey, he looks like he'd enjoy a little hatred. Maybe this bigotry will brighten his day. If anyone would have a problem with people with pigmentation, be the pale fella. But I know what I look like. I'm not saying I don't forget. You ever forget what you look like and then you walk in front of a mirror and you're like, oh no. When did that happen? Because during the day you're like, I'm Brad Pitt, I'm John Goodman. What's wrong with John Goodman? Oh my gosh, you make me feel only 20 pounds overweight. Oh, look at his beard. He's got quite a beard. He looks like an out-of-shape Civil War general. My dearest Peggy, it has been a fortnight since I've had a salad. I love my beard. You grow a beard and strangers are fascinated. I have strangers come up to me, hey, why'd you grow your beard out? I joined Al Qaeda. Don't even joke around about that. But you can ask about facial hair, right? You can't be like, hey, how long you had the man boobs? Are they natural? Now you're looking at my man boobs. To me, they're beautiful. When do I get a Dove commercial? I'm talking about the Dove ice cream bar, which barely cleans your body and is less racist. But I understand Michael Moore's mentality. Fashion's not gonna change his life. It's not gonna change my life. I look the same whether I'm wearing a t-shirt or a tux. I still look like someone who eats fast food. Probably because I do eat fast food. I look the way I look. Look, I didn't vote for Trump, but I walked around New York City and everyone the week after the election looked at me like, you did it. You did it. And I was like, I didn't do it. But after a couple days, I was like, did I do it? I know people are scared about Trump being president, but I can tell you, as a straight white male, I feel like I'll be okay. It's good to be here. This is what I look like. It's mostly my fault. Well, it's all my fault. I wish I had an excuse, you know? Like, I had to gain all this weight for a movie. There's no movie. Wearing my shirt untucked, the untucked shirt, the fat man's last hurrah. Next stop, Momo. You might see a guy with his shirt untucked and think, oh, was he in a hurry? Is he going casual? You should know, someone very close to that man saw him with his shirt tucked in and said, don't do that. That's visually unpleasing. You look better not fully dressed. The untucked shirt, it's like the male wonder bra. There's a surprise underneath, and you're not gonna like it. This is not an Untuck It. Untuck It, which is a brand of shirt. I do love those Untuck It commercials. They present it like some revolutionary technology. It's a shirt that can be worn untucked. Wow! Like a magic shirt? That's right. Can't other shirts do that? No, this is a special shirt. It goes with our unzipped pants. And our unbuckled belt. And combined with your uncombed hair, you can look unemployed. And be unwelcome in restaurants. That's unbelievable. This shirt is actually a 2XL. That's right, I did it. Mission accomplished. There should be a moving up ceremony for when you hit 2XL. It is with great pride and slight disgust that we present this garment, roughly the size of a circus tent, to this slob who actually struggles to put on his own socks. He may now burp for no reason at all. I am new to the 2XL community. They've been very welcoming. Did some research. You know what the size after 2XL is? Kill yourself. Oh, it's 3X! Triple X! That's pornographic. It's so fat, it's obscene. Triple X does sound like some fat on fat action. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm heading there, hopefully by the end of the show. I don't know what happened. All I did was eat abusively for 40 years. And suddenly I'm fat? That doesn't seem fair. I am now at the size, when I go in clothing stores, salespeople look at me like, we got nothing for you. And you can't use our bathroom. When I go out to eat, if I order a salad, the waiter's always like, "Aww, look at you try." I'm always afraid he's gonna gather the whole staff. The fat pig is trying. The fat pig is trying. I've always talked about my weight and my stand-up, but in the past, after shows, if I ran into audience members, they'd be like, "Jim, you're not that fat. You're not that fat." But now after shows, people are like, "Good show. You nailed it." I don't care. I like to eat. I like to eat. When you like to eat, what's weird is people assume you enjoy cooking. Well, you must know your way around the kitchen. I know where the food is. Well, you must love to cook. Look, I like to sleep. It doesn't mean I want to build a bed. The truth is, I don't like to do anything. Like when I order delivery, I'm kind of annoyed they don't know what I want already. What, do I have to do everything?
Hi, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you want. If you want to see more stand-up, I have more stand-up, or if you want to see an original show like Let's Get Cooking or The Mike and Pat Show, that's available on my channel. But also, just know that I'll be posting a new video every day during this pandemic or until the world ends. Please hit subscribe and turn on your alert or notification button.